silence. I will continue further onto this. So this is how do we build the library. There are 7 different approaches. What I will do is I'll quickly walk you through with this approach, and then I will start with the software Mendeley in order to demonstrate them how do we do that. The first is manually, which is typically used for older material. That means you have already downloaded some of the research papers, you already have some of the listing with you, 50, 100 of them, and you want to add them to your library, then you could always make use of this in order to manually add them. Second is database transfer. Now, this is very, very useful whenever you want to do a bulk upload. For example, if you want to if you search on, say, Scopus, Web of Science, or Science Direct, or any such, even in Emerald, Taylor and Francis, any of those publishers' website, whenever you search for any of the keywords, it would result in some 50s, hundreds, and thousands of such result or the research articles. Rather than picking and choosing them one by one, you want to do a bulk upload of them. That is possible. Or if you're using something like a systematic literature review, or if you're using a meta-analysis wherein you have hundreds and thousands of research papers that you want to add on to your library, that could be possible by making use of this. I will also quickly demonstrate on how do we do that. The next is drag and drop. For this, it uses metadata. Now, what does it mean? You all are familiar with the physical properties of a particular file. For example, if I look into the paper, what I'm currently or if I will just make use of this presentation slide, what I'm presenting now. When you right click on it and choose the properties, it will show you the physical properties associated with this particular file. So it has got a title, it has got a subject, it has got who the author is, as well as what is the program name. So all these information, this is what is known as metadata. So similarly, with every PDF file, you must have this metadata in order to do a drag and drop. The word of caution is the way or the source from where you are downloading your research paper should be authentic. In that case, you will get this correct information. Otherwise, you might find either incorrect information if you have downloaded from a not authentic source. I won't go into those details, but you should know which are authentic and which are not. For example, if you're accessing from, say, a Science Direct or Scopus, you must have a login credentials by which you should be able to log in and download those research papers. Those are authentic sources. In that case, you will get much higher correct data with respect to the metadata information. But if it is not from an authentic source, you might get all sort of junk characters or incorrect information. So you have to be very, very cautious. I will demonstrate it when I show this. Okay? And then web importer is while browsing on the web page. Whenever the web page results with, so you give a search criteria wherein it will result with a lot of information, you can easily make use of this in order to create a library item. The next option is watch folder. Now this is very useful. So typically what happens is we might be browsing from different sites and we might be downloading in a particular folder. So whenever we download any research paper in a folder, we can identify that particular folder to be watched by Mendeley. And then it will keep on watching that whenever a new entry is made. For example, I download a research paper, a PDF file into that particular folder, it will automatically add into the library item. So we don't have to physically go and do anything else. You could make use of the .ras or the BibTeX. So again, I will demonstrate this with an example of what BibTeX is all about. It uses a different protocol or the grammar, if I may say, in order to create this. Since I know what it is, but I will quickly demonstrate what it is all about and how do we use it. Similarly, .ras is something which could be interoperable from one version to the other version of the software. For example, if you're using any other reference management software, you want to port from Mendeley to the others or other to Mendeley, you could always make use of a .ras or a BibTeX file. And then rather than doing manually something like this or doing a drag and drop, you also have an option by which you can add multiple files or even the complete folder into Mendeley.